Hey everyone, welcome to the first stream of automation and first stream of 2023. So today we're just going to be building either a drag racer or a good roof decoration, because I am known to make both. According to BeamNG, the other car game that I play that also that you can transfer automation cars into BeamNG. If you didn't know that, you can't do this. If you own both games, then that's good. Then you can actually play you can play your automation cars in BeamNG. So let's go, good fact. And that's what I do too. So when we build this car, I'll actually be switching over to BeamNG and actually showing how, or at least observing how well it drives on the BeamNG course. Because the car can. I've learned while playing this game that making a car, watching it on paper doesn't mean anything until you can actually drive it, and then once you actually drive it, then it'll I can really determine how well the car is. And BeamNG doesn't really like automation sometimes. One time I made a vehicle that here I'm gonna get in the game. One time I made a vehicle that I made a car that what was it? I made one where its tires literally exploded as you're driving, and then one I made a drag racer, and I'll show you that one in here, and maybe this one or a future video. That pretty much on launch the front tires just fly off, and yeah, it's quite interesting to watch that. And then I made the fastest car I made yesterday, or a few days ago, and that was fun to make. So. But today we're gonna make another drag racer. I'm kind of on a drag racer kind of thing with this game right now. So, and we'll go back to racing cars eventually. But I really do like drag racing because I like to see how fast I can make them go. And racing, and actual circuit racing, is a whole different thing, and we'll get into that. Because I actually do have like a specification for actual racing cars. And we'll make one that works on one of the automation courses, because that one's like one of the craziest courses I've driven on. So I'm kind of just scrolling down right now, kind of looking for what I want, and yeah, I kind of like this 98 coupe. Yeah, that's a good one. That's the whitest one. I like the whiter ones. Those are nicer. Plus I think that's the wheel side, the wheel base. Yeah, so that's better. That's for more wider. I don't know if it actually affects the engine sizes, but I more or less theorize that the wider wheelbase, you would think the wider wheelbase would actually give you ability for increased engine width. And yeah, that's what I kind of look for. And go back to it again. It is a front, rear, and mid engine, so we do have options for all three. So that's was that 9 total? No, 6 total options so you could do, because there's longitudinal and transverse engines. Longitudinal is down the middle, is like the middle down the length of the car, and transverse is sideways. So it goes from left to right, or right to left, or however you see it. Down middle, probably rear is back here, or mid is probably back here somewhere, and then rear is probably over here, something like that. But that's just how I see it for those vehicles. Ooh, man, that would be a really interesting drag racer. An Egg 1995 hatchback. Oh man, I want to do it. That sounds like fun. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do an Egg 1995 hatchback. That is just, to me, that screams hybrid. That's what it screams. Ooh, I did use one of these cars for racing one time. A 1995 coupe, and that's a pretty cool one. This one is one of my favorite ones too. I like that one. But we're gonna go and do this Egg 1995, and that one's the bigger one. So we'll do this one. We'll do the wider base because I like the wider base. Plus, it's kind of a lot more stable that way. I don't know if there's really Sonic Q, carbon fiber. Oh, I gotta increase this too. Yeah, but so I'll kind of walk through how I. Oh man. Oh, that's gonna be awesome to look at. Okay, so the carbon fiber. So what I do is I don't really do any of the heavier. I do the lightest material possible. And you might think like, oh yeah, like this is the better one. But all of these, like the chassis types, I only do monocue. Even though monocue might have like probably one of the worst stats out of most of them, because it has the more production units. I don't care about production units or tooling cost, material cost, safety, or corrosion. I don't care any about that. I only care about weight. And by all of them, this one has the least amount of weight, because you can see the weight just changed, right? It was at that much, about almost, let's say that's about 3/4 to the top, and now it's that because of the carbon fiber. And this one is the only one that has carbon fiber out of all of them. And that's what I like about it. So we'll use that. I did use carbon fiber for here, as you can see. And then usually I go for a mid-longitudinal all-wheel drive car. Because in BeamNG, it doesn't like, unless like, I haven't figured out exactly how to get it, but in BeamNG, it doesn't like it doesn't like front and rear wheel drive. As I found, it does 4x4 well. It just doesn't like front and rear, which is okay. And I kind of like it that way anyway. I like all-wheel drive cars. So, and then the mid is just because it has almost equal distribution, and I can almost get to the point where it's 50-50, but not to the point where it is 50-50. I've never gotten it there, but I've gotten it to like, I think the average is like 60-40, 60 rear, 40 front, which is fine. I'm okay with that because I can just increase the springs, and plus I have a little bit more downforce on the rear anyway instead of the front, so it works out. I like that. So we're gonna do longitudinal. So it'll probably place itself. We'll see where it places itself, but it'll probably be right about here, maybe here. But rear would definitely be right here, right next to the tires. Front is, mostly pretty much everyone knows where a front engine would be, or at least can probably point it out within like half a second. It's be like, it's right here, yeah, something like that. I'm gonna do push rods. I don't know why I do push rods. I just like push rods, I guess. I don't really care about any of the cargo volume or anything like that. We're gonna maximize this. 15. I just do 22. Automatically do it for me. I change. Okay. So, yeah. But go to the next one. So we're on engine production right now. So the reason why they do it this way, I think the reason why they do it this way is they want you to do the body type and then the chassis of what you want. And then you can't really build a car with all the rest of the car trim and stuff without having the engine at least prepared for it. So, because you have to do like gearing and stuff, and you can't really figure out how fast you can go without something to propel the vehicle, right? So we're gonna call this That's a good name for it. Hey. Dry existence. Dry existence. And then, no water here by. I don't know. I've created funnier names. I don't know why, but I'm dry. I'm dry. I'm dry today. Current engine does not fit. What do you mean? Okay. So what? It's okay. Wait, really? Oh, so we can't go that big? Are you serious? All right. Well, that's kind of that's okay. I'm not. Yeah. So that means we can't do any larger engines. We'll do a V12. Oh yeah, you can't even do that for length too, which is kind of insane. Maybe we can. Did I do transverse? No, I did longitudinal. Let's do transverse. Let's see how that works. Oh yeah, see now it's too wide by wait. Oh yeah, so now this is. Oh okay, I see what's going on here. Okay, I totally forgot about this. So we don't want to do. We probably want to do a V. Oh yeah, you still can't do that. So we'll do an inline engine. What? All right, we'll do a V5. That sound good? V5s. Let's do a V4. V4 sound good. That can produce a whole lot of power, but that's enough. I can work with it. And then I'm assuming that we're not going to need. We'll adjust this because this. So if you haven't seen automation before, it's kind of one of those games. It's really a like detailed intensive game, but it's not to the point where you need everything. You just need to know a little bit about kind of engines. But we'll do 5. We don't need valve. The only reason, going off here everywhere. So so this is the amount of. So if you don't know cars, this is the amount of valves you will have. So right now it's a 5 intake, 5 exhaust. Or no, 2 intake, 3 exhaust to make 5. You go. Oh, I didn't click. Okay. So we go now. It's 2 and 2, and the 2 and 2 allows to have variable valve. I don't know what it is, like VVT or something like that, but which pretty much removes valve float, which is really nice, and it helps go from low to high RPM. You determine where that is and where you want that to be. So to get more power out of low and more power out of high, or make it more efficient in both. And I think it's more to help with the fuel efficiency, but I'm not really worried about the fuel efficiency all that much. Not in Drag Racer. I'll do dampener shafts, and this is where I'm unsure. It does tell you, like it gives you like information about everything. Oh, but harmonic dampener and balance shafts are, I think harmonic dampener. So balance shafts are like shafts going between the engine, I think, and then with harmonic dampener. So it's really this plus another thing. I don't know if there's more, but there should be. We'll leave that. So all I've learned about this is what it does is when we pull up the graph, it will lengthen or shorten the idle RPM, and that's basically like the lowest. It's like the lowest RPM it can go. So I've gotten a car that can go almost 2,000 RPM by being in idle. And that's really good. That's pretty responsive, actually. Is it? I think you can increase it. Or maybe not. I don't know. But and BMG doesn't like 500. I've learned that the hard way. With the and that's the same car that has its wheels fly off. Is like you press I drive with the controller with an Xbox controller, and I press the I can increase that. No, I can't. So and I can press the trigger for throttle, and it doesn't even it will go to 500 RPM, but it'll sound like it's trying to start, but the car is technically on. It's like a hybrid almost. So it's kind of interesting to watch it do its thing. But dude, no, I didn't want to. I totally forgot about the. But this is the VVL, so the VVT is variable valves. I think that's technology is for T. And then this is also it, but what it will do is we'll activate. There's another one that comes down here, and we'll do so. The VVL profile and the cam profile are kind of connected, and you can't. It's hard to explain, but like the estimated peak torque RPM. So you could have this like super high, and this one's super low, and you could have it like it will be like here, and you can only go from where the highest of where this thing is on here to the lowest here, and that's all you can do. But with the cam pro with the 5, you can't do that. The 5,000 you can't do that, but that's okay. We'll go 12,000 RPM. I always go 12. Just throw everything on maximum and then adjust going down. I don't know if that's the best strategy, but that's my strategy, and it's gone pretty good. Turbocharge. We're not going to do turbocharge for today. Reason being is I didn't adjust those. Hey. Did I change the engine block too? No. Oh, I didn't. Magnesium. There you go. Because usually the high stats is not always the best, and I'll show you why. So we'll do direct injection. Actually, probably direct injection. I'll just see. The reason why I'm more or less like direct injection because the fuel. Oh no. Oh. Oh, there you go. Okay. Y'all saw that, right? Okay. And the reason why I say direct and like questioning carburetor versus direct injection because the airflow, and it's not. And you would think that with direct injection, because it says highest fuel efficiency and emissions, where carburetor is a lot lower for both. Nitromethane is very. I think it's like a 1.7 to 1 fuel air to fuel ratio, which you think that's high. That's like almost 1 to 1. It is actually the lowest fuel. I think one of the lowest fuels out there, or that require air. Like that's like the lowest that a fuel will require for air, because normal gasoline is like 14 point. I think it's like 14.4 something like that to 1, which is high. That's just normal. This is normal for fuel. The only reason is that nitromethane has a lot more. I think it has air trapped in it, a lot more energy content into it, so it doesn't require as much air because it already has air in it mixed with it. From I don't know how that process goes, but how that happens. But that's just how it is. So, and there's a lot of information on that. I just don't have that. I'm not really a car person. I just like doing this stuff because it's fun. It's fun to make cars that we're actually gonna, yeah, we're gonna make it retarded ignition with a fuel map of lean. Because let's say if we put it on rich, we would destroy the pistons. Like the pistons would break. And I'm pretty sure it's on that right now, but tubular race with a header size of the largest header size, exhaust size maximum, so we can increase flow. And yeah, I know 8 inches, huh? That's a big exhaust, but that's how it is. No catalytic converter, second or first muffler. It's gonna be a loud thing. And see, so we're at. That's pretty good actually. That's very consistent for the torque, and I like that. And actually, if we just did that right now, just kept it as it is, that's actually great. I like that. But with the pistons, and this is what I was talking about, is that if we decrease the piston size, it would decrease this number. This is the torque limit, and it doesn't 1-to-1 represent this. Here the red. The red is torque, by the way, from this graph, and this is power. So, and down here is RPM, and then the power and torque here. But if we decrease the stroke of the engine, so that's the, let me go. This is the stroke right here. So this is basically like, so like bore. So bore and stroke are, bore is the width or the diameter of the piston, and stroke is how far it goes. So from it's 4.055 inches, which is, that's pretty long. That's a pretty big stroke actually for an engine. Actually, I wouldn't say that. I think it's almost normal because I know I kind of compare my engines to a Toyota Prius engine, and I don't know why. I just do it. But that's kind of normal for like a Toyota Prius. I think it's like 3.5, 3.4, or to like almost a 4-stroke or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember the exact amount, but that's pretty good though. And the stroke actually does help with the larger stroke does actually help with compression, which that's the basically how much air you get into it, but it does help out with power. Everything helps with power, but we're gonna drop the RPM because we're not looking for 12,000. I mean, even though 12,000 is really good for RPM, I don't necessarily need 12,000. I only need to go up to 9,000. That's pretty good. And I don't know any of that. And let's see, we're trying to find that sweet spot. Okay. Cam profile. Nope. Let's see. Springs and lifters. So this is for the valves. So right here, this is valve float. Basically, tell you how bad it is. And don't worry about this part about it being the red. That's totally fine. That's actually normal for pretty much every single engine I make. I'm not going to care about this as long as it's not 100% flashing. I'm good. Even if it's 99, 95% flashing, it doesn't matter because it's still going to run. It's just it's it's more or less trying to tell you that, hey, your engine is not going to do very well in the market. Like, it's going to be so bad that no one's going to buy it, kind of thing. So I'm not 100% worried about that. But I'm not worried about single configuration. Mechanical fuel injection. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. But drop airflow. The thing is about injection. About injection of carburetor is that when we go to car trim, you'll see, but it helps with traction control. So carburetor only has ABS anti-brake system, maybe anti-brake lock, I'm pretty sure, but that's the only thing it has for it. But this has like traction control, a bunch of other services that you can have. It has all that. So. And I don't know the exact reason why it is. I looked it up, and I somewhat don't believe it. But it says, like, you can't... it's because it can't, like, direct power or whatever. Which makes sense. Like, you can... But to be, like... The carburetor, you could probably drop power, but I don't know. I don't understand. I'm not... I don't know. Listen, I'm only a guy who creates... I'm only a guy who just creates engines and knows a little bit about engines, not... I don't know a whole lot about a lot of things. I'm just still on. And we're doing so good so far. I mean, this is not terrible for this engine size. And we could probably go front or rear and maybe get a bigger sized engine. But this is fine. I've created an engine that's like a lawnmower sized engine to a car, and it went at 300 miles an hour. So I'm not worried. And it had a way less power than this thing, so I'm not 100%, I'm not. If we don't get it as high as I hope to, which this is already passing my expectations for my initial expectations, so we're doing good. I wouldn't. And then that's kind of what that's not terrible. I don't care about Lolex, but that's good. That's fine. This is fine too. I'm not so sure about this drop off. I might just cut it off to 9200 RPM, and that should be fine. It'll be quicker. It'll be quicker on the acceleration. And then the goal is 2 seconds from 0 to 62. This a little bit. Let's see if we can... Yeah, see, we're getting a little more now for the compression. And camera profile, can we drop more? Nope. That's as good as we're gonna get it. Nothing out of that. I'm sure if I put VVT in there, that would work out. But let's see. 1500. Can we increase this, buddy? There we go. I don't like that though. That doesn't make me feel comfortable with seeing that. Increase this just a little bit, and there we go. So we're good. We got 1800. So that's fine. That's okay. And I don't think we even increase the performance of it even at all, but I will take it. Turbo, not doing turbo. I learned that with using nitromethane, that turbo is not really a good idea. Am I muted? Okay, no, I'm not. All right, thank God. I thought I was muted this whole time. I was had that fear. I was talking in the back of my mind. I was like, am I just talking to deaf ears? That's not a good thing. I'm not. Full size. I think that's fine for manifold. Yeah, we're not gonna get. Yep. I mess with the fuel map. And you'll kind of see this as I keep going on, because I'll make more of these, but I'll go back and I'll kind of like, I have this cycle of going from here, from like left to right, and then back around and left to right, and try to improve it as best as possible, because every single thing you do will affect something in a completely different realm. Like, that's one of the crazy things about this, is that you could still improve your engine. If it's still going up, you can still do something. You can still do something somewhere else, which will improve your ability to do the next thing. And that's what I really like about it, is that I could spend 3 hours and I could probably squeeze out another 100 horsepower if I wanted to, but I don't think I need to squeeze out 100 horsepower. This is really good. Like, this is a steady increase. And then the gears are probably going to go from 6 to 8, or 6 to almost 9. 6 to 9, that's probably it. But we're gonna start this thing and let it go. Yeah, I like the direct intake, which is fine. I like the traction control anyway, because that's gonna help with you. I create really wild cars, so when it comes to yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let me try this on for a second. Yeah, so that's what the car. Well, nope, don't do that. Stop that. Okay. With the carburetor, so that's what happens when you have a naturally aspirated. It's always going to be in a vacuum, but when you have turbo, it's going to be in a boost. I've actually gotten it to past 40, so the maximum is 72 and a half. So that's like over here somewhere. I've got it up to here before, coming all the way around for an engine. That was on a V12, I'm pretty certain, but it was good. It was a nice. I'm checking for. I don't know. Is that's the second door, isn't it? Yeah, it's the second. That's the second door for sure. I'm not doing that. Even says 5-door. I didn't even look at that until the end of it. And then we're gonna do paint color. This is gonna be a racing car. So I don't know. I kind of like doing the chrome. The chrome's kind of nice. The aluminum's good. I'm not gonna keep that. Don't worry about that. That's going. We'll do that kind of steel. That's not terrible. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I like that. That's good. Can we do it in chrome? How does it look in chrome? Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of hit 50-50 on the chrome. I don't know why, but I like the chrome sometimes, and it's chrome not sometimes. We'll do it. We'll do the steel. There it is. Even though it's not made in steel, it's made in carbon fiber, which if we did blue carbon fiber, doesn't show, unfortunately. Oh, maybe it does. If you scrolled in very far. Oh, but it shows interior. What? Wait a minute. So this just does not show because it's blue. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't like the carbon fiber. Look. Truly, I really don't. I don't know why, but I like it on hoods and stuff, but when you have a whole car, it's just kind of gross. And I know my color choice isn't that great. That's not. I like that. That's what. It's not my. Yeah. It's not so bad. Trim panels, plastic. Undo changes back. We'll copy this. Apply paint the slot. What? Wait, so it doesn't do that one though. Wait, hold on a minute. Oh, roof. Apply paint to slot. Got it. Cool. Nailed it. All right. Okay. I don't know. I'm not really one for making for the decoration type, but I make. My friends have told me that I made these really weird ones, really weird configurations for how to for lights and stuff, which is fine. I can yeah. I just kind of go with what I'm in the mood with, and if you think if they look like a face, I agree. I think most cars they make look like a serial killer face. Let's see here. I don't know why I just make those the ones that have that kind of look. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not really one for really creating aesthetics, so I apologize if y'all are just disgusted by what I've made already. And it's just how I make cars. I made a couple good ones. Like I feel proud for some of them that look the way they turned out, but other ones I'm more like, oh, I could have done this or that. But it does. Spoiler, I'll make a wing. Oh no. I'm not doing the side. That's not happening. I am certainly not. Absolutely not. Okay. We're going to do that. We'll do door things, even though we don't really require, I don't require to have those on, require myself to have those on. Mirrors I never put on. I'm not doing that. I don't. Who needs side view mirrors in a drag race or for any car, really? I don't use them. Really help with your safety, but they're more or less to tell you if there's a thing nearby you. That's all it really is. If you use your ear holes and your eye holes, you'll hear and see everything. Oh god. Okay. And then I think it was singular exhaust, so that's fine. I don't know. Oh yeah, and then I forgot to put the spoiler on. I completely passed by that, didn't I? Well, which one are we thinking of? This one? Let's try this one. Yeah, that looks not too bad. I'll do that. I'm just gonna keep it default. All right. What? Wait, I did transverse rear wheel drive. Wait, we can't do all wheel? Wait, hold on a minute. That doesn't make any sense. Did I not? Wait. Did I not? Oh, was it only available in rear wheel? I see. Okay. We'll have to put it in the front or something like that. And we can actually increase our engine, but we're going to keep it like that. I think I'm okay with it. I'm not worried about that. Just going to finish this really quick. Oh, really? Oh. Engine does not fit. Longitudinal. There we go. See? Oh, we can even make it bigger. Yeah, we'll make the engine a little bit. Nah, I'm not worried about it. We can have all-wheel drive for it. We'll make it one of those types of cars. Small, very small engine, but still not underpowered. All-wheel drive, dual clutch. Dual clutch is always my favorite to do because, I don't know, I like dual clutch. 431 potential miles an hour, but that's with no gearing. That's with, that's just, I don't know why it puts that at 400, like 400, 500, because I see it happen a lot. I think it's just the absolute potential of what you could get to, if you had like a limited amount of gears or something like that. I have no idea. But it really turns out, it'll probably turn out to be like 200 or maybe even 300, something like that. I don't know. Usually when it's like that, it pans out to be about 300, and then that's on paper and in automation, or not in automation, and it'll say in automation like, oh, it'll do like X, Y, and Z, and then once you get to BeamNG, it'll not really be that. Like I have a bunch of cars that will go 300. I have only seen one of them go 300, so I am. I think that's good. I think that's good. The carbon fiber is going to help. I always go just largest discs. I don't really care about if it's over, whatever the warning says on here. Yeah, I don't care anything about that. Unutilized fuel octane. Consider using a higher compression. Whatever. I'm not worried about that. Well, you'll see that. I'm gonna actually right-click that. Yeah. I'm not worried about it. We're actually gonna decrease the wing angles to about 20. I have one that I'll show you guys very quickly. But I have a car that literally has a wing has literally not these but a different type go from here all the way up to here, and it does like I think it does maybe 2.5 tons to 2.24, 2.5, 2.25 tons. It's a lot. Like I look at it and go, wow. I honestly cannot believe that it's. I could believe that it does that much, but that's only for rear, for rear downforce, mind you. Oh yeah, so see, so while I was talking about the carburetor, it'll only have ABS. This one has traction control and ABS, ESC, which I don't know what ESC means. Electronic stability. Okay, and then ESC and LC. Yeah, I don't know what those mean. I just put that one on. That's all I know. I see best thing. I put thing on. That's what I do. That's my ways. Quality, high quality, and we forgot to put these all on 22. I don't know why I changed. Let's see how. Let's see here. Lighter. What do we have? Our rear. Oh, front end. We'll go all rear. So that. Sport. Simiac. I just do this for now. Let's see. Six. 36. It's actually pretty good for 52. 350. 347.6. That will. .3. It's not terrible. 55, 40, 55, 40. We'll do what 50, 50, 55, 40, 54, 55. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm bad at numbers. That's actually faster than I've seen that. Didn't ever seen that. And I said I was shooting for 2 seconds. That's actually. Fortiness less wheel spin. That's probably good. If we're gonna only get that maximum acceleration. 7.86. That's good. I'll take that. right. Well, save it. I don't know what the two different save buttons do. We'll export it to BeamNG, and then we'll play this on a different stream. All right. We'll see y'all later in a different stream. Goodbye.